stage that you could do it with, right? That's what Gauntlets do, that's what Scythe does. That's also like what Pavelski, stylistically, as content man himself does.
Yeah, and sometimes he just falls off the stage and loses his stock, and nobody gets credit for it, and I have to go Pavelski, and that's a Pavelski stock, and there you go. So here we are, Demon Island, the stage where we're going to see the most edge guard scenarios like this is because there's so little wall to touch. Gravity Cancel Ensig just gets it right away. Pavelski, that's a Pavelski stock.
Getting hit by that GC Ensig feels awful. You just plummet down and you're like, wow, the game just started, man. This isn't fair. Well, you know what? You're going to get hit by it a couple of times, too.
That's how people used to feel about Mordek's downsig on Gauntlets, and you kind of still feel that way. But yeah, Orion Ensig, I mean, that's been around since the inception of Brawlhalla, and it's still tilting, right?
That was an interesting GC sidelight from Pavelski, but that does not matter. Going out there, able to get the neutral and able to get the weapon toss as well. Going to the opposite side of the stage. Sgrape just going down. I feel like a lot of this game is going to boil down to those edge-guarded sequences. These two players just excel in their own rights. Yeah.
Like I said, Sgrape's going to take him off stage, but sometimes Pavelski's going to win. And it's just a matter of who's going to do it more, right? Downsig gets punished by that down good reach. Dare, side air, waits for the jumps, dodge comes through, nice dash jump pivot, down air, but Pavelski committing to that dodge, getting pogoed, now dive kicked. Can Sgrape finish off the stock? He can't. Lance picked up, doesn't pivot the Ensig, so Pavelski gets 2 quick dares, and we've got ourselves a really close game here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's going to be it. Downlight into the dash forward Ensig. What a read. There's like a small area where I think that hits stacked, grounded, but most of the time you have to get him out of the jump. Still really well played by Sgrape.
Yeah, especially if you delay it too, you can also call out some spot dodges as well. But right now, Sgrape just holding it down the stage. Pavelski just barely able to land now, using the weapon toss as a quick little dissonant option.
Ouch.
But couple of spirit combos. Pavelski just bleeding now, not able to find that down, just not able to start any interactions for so long.
Gravity cancel sidelight the other way, and then Sgrape stares at him and goes okay, sidelight, D-light, gravity cancel, D-light recovery. He's gone. That's we talked about that while watching C yesterday, right? Where it's if you dodge incorrectly against Spear, not only are you going to get hit by 2 more moves, you're going to be moving closer to whatever blast zone they want to move you towards while they're doing it. And Sgrape, in this case, from center stage, was okay, I'll take you off the top of recovery. I did like that highlight there, where Pavelski used his down air to, he was either going to hit Sgrape and get the stock, or force Sgrape to delay his jump to where he couldn't touch the stage and then also get the stock, but then after that, it was all Sgrape.
What happened to Pavelski's dodge? How did Pavelski
He gravity cancel sidelighted it and accidentally sidelighted the wrong way.
That's tough.
Yeah.
You just gotta hold that.
Yeah.
Damn.
He was on top of Sgrape. He does a dash back, and then he was I'm gonna gravity cancel, sidelight, pick you up, and do all these cool things. And he goes, oops, and then he moves to the left instead of the right. And Sgrape just stares at him, and he's okay.
I feel like if there's any weapon you don't want to lose your dodge against, it is Spirit, and it is also Scythe. Those are the two that are just able to combo you into infinity to whichever blast zone they throw you towards.
Cannon can be rough too, depending on how much damage you have, but those are the 2 most consistent. I think Spear is the most flowcharty with it, right? If your dodge has gone on ground and they sidelight you, it's okay, well, I'm just going to downlight you into oblivion. Okay,
they can do the downlight. They can do the double downlights into sleep. They know that motion like nobody else.
Oh, well, so opening up in this game here. No end light nair. Down air, weapon throw, forces dodge. Pavelski tries to kick him, and he gets kicked for it. Oh, nice dodge. The Ensig would have been it.
Just barely able to make it back onto the stage. Gauntlets in hand, using the weapon tosses. Again, I like the way that Pavelski is using it as an opening, but then if you miss it like that, you end up over-committing. Now you're off stage, just barely avoiding the finishing side. Okay, Sgrape going out there with the recovery.
Yeah, wow. 2 recoveries in a row now. How's he going to get down? Are you going to throw your weapon? Pavelski doesn't want to. Down like Ensig, who was actually a really cool idea. He delayed the Ensig enough to where I also thought Sgrape could have possibly jumped into it, but he didn't. Does get the stock for it, so a little bit of a 50-50 there from Pavelski. Gauntlets in hand now. That downsig hits. I think even if he gets it on stage, that will knock out, but he's already shown it.
If you get on stage, that's been kind of a challenge so far with Pavelski, right? And I gotta say, that Spear D-Light is such a good anti-heal. I feel like that's a really obvious thing to say, but it's just calling out a lot of Pavelski's SIGs and sidelights as well.
Yeah.
It feels like Pavelski is not getting away with whiffing any of those big moves.
It is the strength and weakness of the Spear, but in the case against somebody who is so airborne, such as Pavelski, it's basically just a strength, right? You're oh, you want to hit me with these scythe down airs. You want to hit me with these gauntlet airs. Well, you have to be in the air to begin that. And I've got the perfect anti-air tool for you, and that is that Spear downlight. That time not working out, but Pavelski going airborne once again just gets sided away, and Sgrape, what is it, Ensig? Waiting out here, goes for the down air instead. Good opportunity from Pavelski, but he misses that recovery. Now he's in an edge guard scenario once again.
Really huge opportunity. Just ends up going for the sidelight though, but instead just runs out there, looking for the spike. Not able to find it quite yet though. Just barely low profiling that sider. Comes back on with that dodge. This is now Pavelski's edge guard. Such a good weapon toss. This should be it. Yes, it will be.
Wow, that was cool. He ducked the spear weapon throw like with the animation of the gauntlet downlight, and then made sure to jump in a way to where he didn't get bonked by it. Got the side air and then got the edge guard right afterwards. Oh, he was going for a gravity cancel neutral sig, but Sgrape woke up, gravity cancel down sigged him off the top. That doesn't make any sense. Who thinks of that?
It's just a really active hitbox that you could put out there. You know?
Yeah.
You
First
can
time I've ever
neutral
seen
it, but
it.
it's not going to KO. You can recover, but it's not going to hit the opponent. That was like the only option that would have connected and actually KO'd in that position.
And Sgrape just calling out that Pavelski's that aggressive. Really, really good idea there. Oh, he gets a dodge down the sideline, down like gravity cancel N-Sig, goes with a weapon throw. Can Pavelski dodge back? Has to gravity cancel N-Sig, and Pavelski does not gauge the distance there correctly. He was hoping to use the move to both cover his head and touch the stage, and he failed at both of those.
I have now just understood not only how brutal is it to not have a dodge against spear, but specifically Orion with that N-Sig.
Okay.
That is just...
That was actually styling a little bit. I think he could have just... I don't know if I'm
that
correct.
had so much knockback.
Yeah, but
You
it's
get
not
pushed
like...
down so far.
I don't even think it's guaranteed with your dodge being gone. I really think Sgrape was just kind of like, you're not ready for this, and I'm going to destroy you. And that's the kind of player Sgrape is. Like he'll like get some momentum. He'll be like, he sees that dodge. Oh wait, actually that doesn't just look good. That might actually just work. I don't know.
That was tragic. Kind of like a lot of other stages that you might have been able to make it back, but not on this one. The side's a little bit too short.
They're going back. Okay, Pavelski thinks he can do it on Demon Island against Sgrape's Orion. He's staying with the Mordex. I don't think he's got anything else that can do it better, so let's see if he can make this reverse 3-0 happen, because so far Sgrape is looking unbeatable.
Right now, just trying to play back a little bit, you have to respect like that distance on Lance, right? You have to react to it, and then you dodge it, and then you're able to find that kind of a punish. Really good punish, though. Not able to get the double neutral, though.
Yeah, I mean, he had the right idea. Spot dodge was there, just timed a little bit poorly. Dash forward nair, second nair, also missing again. Sidelight, D-light, side air. Knowing the dodge was up, he's not going to risk an N-Sig in that situation. He just wants the edge guard here, and Pavelski barely dodges back to the stage. Can't he make it back? No, that's rough. Ground pound here.
Just delaying as much as possible, but then Pavelski goes for the downer. Okay, stalling a little bit longer, picks up the weapon, scythe in hand. The question is, what do you do with it? Such a good punish on that D-Sig.
I wonder if that will cost him. That was definitely a spear ground pound edge guard there, but Sgrape doesn't seem to be favoring it. He likes to go for the pogos here. Okay, down sig. Why not? Just down sig.
Sgrape has not been heavily overcommitting off stage. It's either like N-Sigs or they're on stage and just trying to press like a sider or something.
That's a good point, yeah. And it's working for him, so why would he change it? D-light, dare, no nair afterwards. I think downlight recovery would do it. He's looking for a side light read right afterwards. D-light side egg into recovery. That's going to be it. That was amazing.
That's such a good check. That's saying, what, you think you could punish me for this? Nope. I have a dodge like still ready for it. And then you use that up. Great. You dodge out of that. You have nothing that you can do in this position. GC side light recovery. Just
yeah,
really
and it was because the dodge doubled up as the gravity cancel side light into recovery is why it worked so well.
That is just such good knowledge of that situation to be ready for that.
Yeah, I'm sure Pavelski's in it quite a bit. And that's the play style. It happened above stage instead of off stage, but we've kind of alluded to that already, to where like a lot of Pavelski's game plan is going to be how does he hit Sgrape out of Sgrape's own combos, and that's what we just saw there. And he brings it back to a 2-2 game state, although that's gonna be brutal. Sgrape's just destroying him with that attack. That's 3 neutral sig knockouts in this entire set.
That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's even more brutal than the Hattori D-Light neutral sig, in my opinion. You have to watch that whole animation and know that they got their spike. Oh.
Okay, right now Sgrape looking to get something going with that D-Light. Ends up swinging in the wrong direction here. Pavelski able to get a neutral light. Comes all the way out there. Going to go unpunished for it, though.
Ooh, falling there. Gets the nair. Goes for the recovery. Oh, he went for the chase dodge, but he didn't trust that he had the right read. There we go. Gravity cancel D-Light. Chase dodge recovery off the top. There's that knockout combo that we're looking for from Gauntlets, and Pavelski's now got to 1-1. He's got to get the stock here, and that's a great start with the N-Light into nair. Nothing else afterwards, though, and Sgrape does get punished for putting up that N-Light. Pavelski's looking for the dodge. He gets it. No dodge on Sgrape right now. Oh, but he doesn't jump into the side sig.
Okay, Pavelski right now just looking for any way to snag this landing. That was such a good weapon toss. Gets put all the way out there. Pavelski. doesn't fully commit to the bit.
Oh, and now Sgrape makes it back to stage. That down air's not going to do it. Okay, that's got to be it, right? Down air. That's down air ground pound. Goes for the weapon throw instead. Pavelski doesn't get the down light, gets punished. Sgrape goes for an immediate neutral signature. It's now a one-hit game, Dara.
Pavelski avoided all of those moves that could have potentially KO'd, just has to eat that side A. How do you make it back onto the stage? Sgrape actually going to be whiffing the option. The recovery doesn't KO. Pavelski almost makes it back on. What is going on?
Weapon throw to pick up. Look at, okay, Pavelski's got to get just a raw recovery here. This is like, oh, he has no dodge. No, he misses a weapon throw to what? Down light. Sgrape looks for the side light. Gravity cancel down light, misses it. Sgrape sees the misspacing, lets the down stick grip on the landing, and that's going to be the game. Oh, Pavelski doesn't clutch in game 3 here. Well played by Sgrape. Wow.
That was a tense last stock.
Man, I didn't even see that. Would that down light have even hit?